Okay, this is topic 3 study guide. Number 1 says water bottles are sold in cases of 24. Select the expressions that can represent the total number of water bottles in C cases. So we know that we are using the number 24 and the variable C. So I'm looking to see if I have one case, I know that's 24 bottles. But if I have 2 cases, how many water bottles altogether would I have? If I had 3 cases, how many water bottles would I have? So we know that we could add 24 plus 24 for 2 cases and we would get 48. We could continue doing repeated addition, but we don't have to do repeated addition. We can use multiplication. So which ones of these represent multiplication? I have 24 times C, so we know that's one of them. Divided by C, nope. Plus C, nope. Minus C, nope. And this here represents multiplication. When you have a number mashed next to a variable, that is multiplication, 24 times C. So we have 2 answers here. Number 2, select each expression that has a value of 24 when x is 18. So for all the x's that I have here, I have to plug in 18. I'm substituting. So I'm going to evaluate, I'm going to solve all of these. And if I get a value of 24, then that's the expression that I want to circle. So instead of x, I'm going to substitute 18. 18 over 6 plus 21. I know that this line means division. So 18 divided by 6 is 3. And 3 plus 21 is 24. This one has a value of 24. So this is one of them that I want to circle. Here I have 2 times x to the power of 2 divided by 27. So I'm going to write 2 times, instead of x, I plug in 18. 18 to the power of 2 divided by 27. Well, what is 18 to the power of 2? If I plug it in on my calculator, I have to do 18 times 18, and I get 324. And I rewrite the whole expression. Now, in order of operations, I have multiplication and division. Multiplication comes first. So 2 times 324 times 2, I get 648 divided by 27. Divided by 27. And I get 24. So this is also a value of 24. I have 5,760 divided by x is 18. I'm going to use my calculator. 5,760 divided by 18 equals 320. This does not have a value of 24. Okay, over here I have 162 divided by 18 plus 17. So I'm going to evaluate this part first. 162 divided by 18 equals 9. And 9 plus 17 equals 26. That is not a value of 24, so I can't circle it. And the last one, 4,050 divided by 18 minus 201. So on my calculator, and you guys will be able to use a calculator on your test, 4,000, as long as you show your work like I am, 4,050 divided by 18 equals 225 minus 201, 24. So this also has a value of 24. So out of the 5 problems that we did, you have 3 that have a value of 24 when x is 18. Okay, next, number 3. The same digits are used for the expressions 5 to the power of 2 and 2 to the power of 5. Select the symbol that correctly compares the expressions. Well, what does 5 to the power of 2 actually mean? It is not 5 times 2. It is actually 5 times 5. And that represents 25. Okay. And what does 2 to the power of 5 mean? It actually means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, times 2. We're multiplying the 2 by itself 5 times. So if I can use a calculator, I don't have to though. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. And 16 times 2 is 32. So when I'm comparing this and this, I'm using inequality symbols. Is 25 greater than 32? Is 25 less than 32? Or is 25 equal to 32? We know 25 is less than 32. So I circle the less than sign. On your test, I would like you to make sure that you show your work like this. All right. Moving on, number 4, and I might have to make 2 videos for this. Choose yes or no to tell whether 5 is the GCF of each pair of numbers. Remember GCF, when we use a Venn diagram, you're going to multiply the middle. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is break down our numbers into the prime factorizations. So 15, I know, is 5 times 3. 5 is prime and 3 is prime. 25 is 5 times 5. 5 times 5, 5 is prime, 5 is prime. So 5 times 3 is the factorization, prime factorization, and 5 times 5 is the prime factorization. So what do they have in common? What do they share? When I taught this to you, I told you that this is like the left foot and this is like a right foot. You have to have a pair of shoes. So I have one shoe here and one shoe here. That's a pair. So I put that in the middle of my Venn diagram. I have 3, but no 3 here. So the 3 belongs with the 15. And I have 5 here, but no other 5 that I didn't cross off. So I put the 5 here. So the GCF is 5. So is 5 the GCF? Yes. I'm circling yes. 40. Okay. I know 40 is 4 times 10. 4 is not prime, so I need to break it down. 2 times 2. 2 is prime, so I circle it. 10 is not. Break it down. 2 times 5. 2 is prime. 5 is prime. Then I have 70. 7 times 10. 7 is prime. 10 is not. Break it down to the prime factorization. Okay, so now, remember, here's my left foot, here's my right foot. It's like a shoe. What pairs do they have in common? So they both have a 2. I put that in the middle. This is 40, this is 70. They both have a 5. I put that in the middle. This has another 2 and another 2, but there are no more 2s over here. So I have to put that on the left side. And this has a 7. I put that over here. So GCF again is multiplying the middle. 2 times 5 is 10. Does this have a GCF of 5? No, it does not. All right, 45 and 60. 45. I'm going to have to finish this one and then start a new video. 45 is 9 times 5. 9 is not prime. It is 3 times 3. 3 is prime though, and 5 is prime. 60 is 6 times 10. 6 is not prime. Break it down to 2 times 3. 2 is prime, 3 is prime. 10 is not prime. Break it down to 2 times 5. Okay, 45, 60. What do they share in common? Here's a 3, here's a 3, put in the middle. Here's a 5, here's a 5, put in the middle. Here's a 3, no other 3s, so I put that here. And they have 2 2s on the right side, put that here. The GCF is 15. So it does not have a GCF of 5. 65. Okay, break that down. I'm going to do 5 times 13. 5 is prime and 13 is prime. 75 is 5 times 15. 5 is prime, 15 is not. 15 is 5 times 3. 5 is prime, 3 is prime. Okay, here's 65, here's 75. What do they share? Here's a 5, here's a 5, put it in the middle. Here's a 13, no 13 over here, that belongs here. And there are no other numbers here, so I put the 5 and 3 on this side. The GCF is 5, so I'm going to circle yes. All right, I'm going to pause here so I can make a part 2.